So it finally happened. TikTok is pretty much getting banned in the United States, and this is huge because this will impact like the rest of the world. So we're going to look into it in this video because I'm honestly surprised. So basically, President Joe Biden has signed a law which basically bans TikTok in 12 months. It's pretty much like banning TikTok. So in April 2024, US President Joe Biden signed into law the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controls Applications Act, which is an effective ban or forced sale of TikTok from its parent company ByteDance. So they're basically giving TikTok an ultimatum. The app gets banned, like they can't use it anymore, or it can be in the American market if they sell it to an American company. So there's other companies in talks, like people are like, yo, Microsoft could buy TikTok, maybe Google, probably not. But that's honestly crazy that this is where it's come to. So let's take a look at this act that Joe Biden has signed. So this is the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controls Applications Act. So this part says, it shall be unlawful for an entity to distribute, maintain, or update, or enable the distribution, maintenance, or updating of a foreign adversary controlled application by carrying out within the land or maritime borders of the United States. So a foreign app that they think poses a risk to, I guess, national security, stuff like that, you know? And then in the list, like TikTok is name dropped here. The term foreign adversary controls application means a website, desktop app, mobile app, or augmented or immersive technology application that is operated directly or indirectly by, and then it gives a list, and included is ByteDance, which is the parent company of TikTok, and then TikTok itself. So that's insane. TikTok is, they're just pretty much getting banned. Now ByteDance does have an ultimatum here where they can sell TikTok to an American company within the next year so that TikTok won't get banned in the United States. Now TikTok did respond. There's two responses, both on Twitter. So our statement of the enactment of TikTok bans. This unconstitutional law is a TikTok ban and we will challenge it in court. We believe the facts and the law are clearly on our side and we will ultimately prevail. We have invested billions to keep the US data safe and our platform free from outside influence and manipulation. Basically what they're talking about is, you know, the US is concerned that because ByteDance is like a Chinese company, that TikTok is spying on Americans, and you know, China and US relations are not good, right? This ban would devastate 7 million businesses and silence 170 million Americans. As we continue to challenge this unconstitutional ban, we will continue investing and innovating, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So what they're saying is, and a part of it I agree with, I'm going to talk about my thoughts here and why this also concerns me, even though I'm not American. The part that I agree with is 170 million Americans use the app. That's just Americans. So, you know, the American population, that's like half of them. That's crazy. So half of the population in the US uses TikTok, and now it's just going to be taken away. That's the part I don't agree with. Like, sure, you can talk about the risks of your data being like sold to China or something, or spied on, but in my opinion, it should still be like people's choices to use the app, right? I think it should be the choice of 170 million Americans to use the app or not, especially when it's this big now. Sure, if this was like when the app was really small, I guess you could ban it, sure, but it's way too big now. It's like if you ban Twitter. So many people in America get their news from Twitter. So if you take away Twitter, it's just like suppressing information and suppressing like freedom of expression and being able to post wherever you want. And TikTok is such a huge platform now that I think it would really definitely tap into that, in my opinion, like really hard, because people go on there for news and to get different perspectives and to connect, and yeah, businesses. So I think TikTok is way too big to consider banning now. So the fact that they are asking the company to sell kind of shows that maybe they understand that TikTok's too big just to ban. It's still kind of like banning in my opinion, because if you ask a company like, you have to sell, we're forcing you to sell your stuff, that just makes them not want to operate their company in your country, because you're shutting down their business. Like, they don't want to sell, it should be their choice, right? That's a bit strange to me. Now, why this affects me as a Canadian is pretty much just because anything that happens in the States often happens in Canada. You know, our markets are so intertwined and our cultures are so intertwined that it's like, oftentimes when things like that happen in America, it happens here. And of course, once it happens in the States and Canada, I could see it happening like in the European Union, just around the world. It's definitely a big threat to TikTok. I'm pretty sure the US is TikTok's biggest market. I mean, like, India already banned the app, so they already lost that market. Now, there is one more response we're going to look at, and this is from the TikTok CEO. It's the Singapore guy from the hearing. So let's give this one a watch. This is Shou Chu's response to the TikTok ban.
Hi everyone. is shown here. As you may have heard, Congress passed a bill that the president signed into law that is designed to ban TikTok in the United States. That will take TikTok away from you and 170 million Americans who find community and connection on our platform. Make no mistake, this is a ban. A ban on TikTok and a ban on you and your voice. Politicians may say otherwise, but don't get confused. Many who sponsor...
Okay. He pretty much said everything that I said. He also talks a bit more about like freedom and American values. It's a Chinese, I don't know, it's a Chinese company telling you about freedom. I don't know. Anyways, that is just my thoughts on the whole situation. I don't think it should be banned because it's just so huge that so many people rely on it to connect with others and to get perspectives and news and stuff that I think it would just be a form of suppression at this point, you know, and I don't agree with that. And also just from a creator perspective, look at this list. There are so many creators in the United States that have millions and millions of followers. Like, look at the list. The second most followed account, 153 million followers in the United States. Charlie, okay, yes, Charlie. But second place, Mr. Beast, 94 million. Bella Poarch, United States. Addison Rae, United States. Zach King, United States. There's so many accounts that say the majority on the list here is United States. So it would also be bad from a creator perspective because it's just one less place where you can get seen and heard and share your creativity with the world, right? If my TikTok page got banned, I would be annoyed. I don't use it all that much, but it is fun to post there. So I don't know, I don't agree with this ban. Of course I don't agree with China. I really don't like the Chinese government. So like, I don't know. I know every app spies on you, and probably, you know, TikTok probably does send stuff to the, to the Chinese government. I don't know. But every app spies on you. So it's like what do? You just ban everything, right? I don't know. But that's it for me. I want to know your comments about TikTok getting banned. Like, what are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's good? Personally, I don't really like TikTok. I think it's kind of brain melting, you know what I mean? It's like if I spend 10 minutes on there, I get sick watching it because it's just like, it's so boring. And it feels like compared to YouTube, it's not full of like good content. I don't know. Just my thoughts. I want to know your thoughts on it. So click subscribe. Thank you for watching this episode of Timeworks News. We got Timeworks News merch. So check that out at the Timeworks shop. Like, you could also get sticker or mug or shirt. But anyway, thank you for watching. Click subscribe and fly on.